So let's understand the difference between a small business and a tech startup. So if you look around, you'll see so many small businesses like bakery shop, like car wash, like grocery store. These kind of businesses will never get funding from investors. But on the other side, if you'll see companies like Amazon, Airbnb, Stripe, Uber, Slack, and Facebook, these businesses will easily get fundings from investors. And if you can find out the track record, you can see that these tech startup will got millions of billions of funding. But what is the basic reason behind that? And the two very basic reasons which we have also discussed in the last couple of videos is tech scalable and high growth potential. And there are so many micro factors as well, like low fixed cost, positive unit economics, tech expansion, high TAM. TAM is also called as total addressable market, and cross-border expansion. Now let's define tech scalable and high growth potential with a very simple example. For example, you are the founder of a bakery shop and I have founded a company like Stripe. So we both started these two companies, maybe in California or Texas, and you are selling a lot of cookies, cakes in this bakery shop. And I have started this Stripe with almost 2 developers and me also working with them. So let's consider a situation where we both want to expand into different location. So if you want to expand your bakery shop, then you have to pay huge rent, which can vary from $5,000 to $10,000 to a different location. You also have to pay to the people who are managing the operation, day-to-day operation in your bakery shop. And you also have to pay a salary or a wage of $3,000 to $5,000 to them. And obviously you also need to invest a lot more amount of money in furniture, in lighting, in establishing the inner view of your bakery shop. So you have to put a lot of capital if you really want to expand that bakery shop business. But on the other side, if I want to expand into a different location, so if I also want to expand into those locations, I can simply recruit 1 or 2 more people who can run some sort of campaigns, who can onboard businesses or people from that area. And boom, there is no high upfront cost for me. There is no labor cost or time constraint, and I can do all the things with automation and control. But on the other side, in bakery shop, you need to put a lot of upfront cost. You need to have a lot of labor cost, and you can only run your bakery business for 12 hours. And you can't have any sort of automation and control in that bakery business. I mean, you manually need to control that bakery business. So you can clearly see that a bakery shop will require a lot of upfront capital, a lot of cost, a lot of manual operation work, a lot of furniture, lighting, and so many hassle if you really want to expand the bakery business. I mean, that's something where investors will never put their money. But on the other side, if you start a tech company, you can easily expand into different geographies. You can scale that business because you have technology in place and at a very low cost as well. So these companies are always a good attraction from the investor side. So if you look at the operation after 2 to 3 years in these big tech companies, they will have 20 to 50 developers in their business, whom they are paying average salary of $70,000 to $80,000. And they can easily have a revenue of 10 million to 100 million ARR. ARR is nothing but annual recurring revenue. MRR is monthly recurring revenue. We will look into these concepts in a very detailed way in this full lean startup course. But a tech company can easily have lot much amount of revenue and profit with a very small team, because they know how to expand globally with the tech integration. But on the other side, if you look at businesses like bakery shop or car wash or grocery store, they need to have a lot of people to get that much amount of revenue. So they need to hire 5 people and they can easily end up with revenue like $100,000 to $200,000 per year. And because these offline businesses have very low margins. So if you look at the margins in a bakery shop or car wash, they will have 15% or 20% of maximum margin. But on the other side, these tech companies have 70 to 80% of the margin from their revenue. So if both the companies are getting $100,000 of revenue, a car wash or a bakery shop will make maybe 20,000 profit or 15,000 profit. But on the other side, these tech companies will end up making $70,000 or $80,000 of profit out of $100,000 of revenue. So you can easily say that tech companies are scalable. Tech companies require low setup cost They do not need to put a lot of money while expansion, and they also have high margins because of technology. I mean, you do not need to deploy a lot of people. That's why your margins are always 60, 70, 80%. But while in the traditional businesses, you always have 15%, 10%, 20% margins. So investors will also see 5x growth per year in these startup. I mean, if they have invested $1 million, they want these startup to make at least $5 million by the end of the year and $50 million by the end of 2 years. Those investors will also look at high TAM, which is also called as total addressable market. So all these startups have high total addressable market. They can address a huge audience with the technology stack, and they can easily onboard a lot of people. If you look at companies like Uber, Uber can expand easily into different geographies by onboarding different cab drivers, different customers using different sort of online campaigns, and they just need to take 2 to 5% of the complete transaction. I mean, a company like Uber, if they really want to expand into India, they just need to run a lot of campaigns to onboard few hundred people and few hundred drivers, and then the network effect will kicks in, and these companies will start onboarding drivers, customers, and they can easily get 2-5% of the revenue out of the complete transaction. I mean, they don't have their own fleet, they don't have their own people to onboard those people. So these companies can easily onboard drivers and customers, and boom, their business model is there. They can easily get 2-5% of the margin from their business. And same thing goes with Slack, Facebook, Stripe, Airbnb, and Amazon. Although Amazon have a little setup cost, like you need to set up a warehousing, a supply chain, or a logistic operation. We'll understand about the Amazon business model in a detailed way in this module only.